Hello Stampers with Art Stars. I'm so glad that you were able to join in on our June 2016 Facebook team event because we have new products. It's that time of year where we have the new catalog and we have new fun stuff to play with. So I sent you some make and take packet materials if you RSVP'd in time, and we're going to start with this one here. You'll need to take out your Dapper Denim cardstock that's already been folded and embossed for you. This piece, by the way, is 9 3/4 of an inch long and then the 4 1/4 inch wide. So when you fold it, you've got on the front a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece, and that will accommodate our Irresistibly Floral Specialty Designer paper that I've cut down to 4 by 4. And the reason why I cut it to 4 by 4 is because in your 12 by 12 sheet, you can get 4 by 4 pieces. You can get 9 of them. So if you were going to duplicate this project as a make and take for a class or an event, you could do so easily and get 9 from one sheet of that designer paper. So again, Irresistibly Floral Specialty paper, and when you get that paper, you get it in 6 different designs, 2 of each sheet, and they're great because they're all white for the background, so you can make them any color you wish. And I will show you how to do that in just a minute. So you may have gotten a piece that looks like this design, or it might be slightly different. It might look like, let's see if I have that other piece here somewhere, or it might look like this design here. Flowers are a little bit more spaced together. Anyways, we have Dapper Denim cardstock, we have Marina Mist cardstock. Those two colors are fabulous together. And then we also have the basic black cardstock, which I've die cut for you, and we've die cut those out of the Flourish Thinlit dies. Love these! Oh my gosh, they are so beautiful. Okay, and then the stamp set we are using for this project, for the card, is from, it's the Bunch of Bloom stamp set, and any one of these word images in that set would fit perfectly into the 2-inch circle that I punched for you. You can see that there's a couple other little designs that I did from that stamp set. That's this streak here and those little dots. And then the last product that I want to mention that we used in the make and take is this designer, or this embossing folder. I believe it's called Lines, but it might be Waves. I can't remember. I'll have to look that up. All right, so the first thing that you're going to do for the simple version of this card is you're going to take your snail or any kind of adhesive that you have handy, and you're just going to adhere this to the front of your card. Super simple, super easy, just like that. And then you'll take this piece here, you'll flip it over. Oh, by the way, you have a couple different designs to choose from. Not sure if I mentioned that before, but I stamped on 2 sides of your circle. So you have Let's Celebrate Your Day, and you also have the Thank You Very Much. I think I'm going to go with the Let's Celebrate Your Day. And just put adhesive on the back of that. I'm putting a lot because I want this piece to here to just naturally stick to the back and hold on just like that. If you have a few of these little black negative pieces falling out, please take them out before you finish your card. Sorry about that. I didn't quite get them all out before I sent them in the mail. There are quite a few little pieces here to dig out. There we go. Okay, and after you've stuck that on the back, then you just stick this to the front. Now if you want to, you can also use dimensionals to put your verse on if you want. You can pop it up that way, but not necessary. And then this piece will just go right on the inside like this. Now, as always, I love to challenge you all. So if you want to put your card together, your card pieces together a whole different way, or if you want to make like a 3D project out of them or a scrapbook page, I'd love to see what you come up with. Before we move on, I want to show you just a slightly different version of that card using some more of our in colors. So this is our Sweet Sugar Plum, our Flirty Flamingo, and the Peekaboo Peach. I'm going to start with Peekaboo Peach. It is my favorite, and you know, orange is not a color that I'm drawn to, but for some reason I am completely in love with Peekaboo Peach. Now when you take your sponge, I always take a little bit and pounce it off so it's not so stark when you start rubbing it on your paper. And you just go in a circular pattern. When you move in a circular pattern, it's softer along the edges. And now because I've got the color on there already, I don't have to pounce off too much extra color because I want to come in and make this a little deeper. So it goes from dark to light, and then when you bring the next color in, and I won't do the whole thing, but I'll kind of demonstrate with a few of these colors. When you bring the next color in, again, pounce off, and then start softly and add it in. And you can see the colors kind of have a little bit of a blend to them in the middle here. And you can deepen it in the middle if you'd like to, like that. And we'll then add our sweet sugar plum color. I love these colors. They remind me of like sorbet or sherbet or whatever you call that stuff that's ice cream. I don't remember what you call it. Obviously I don't eat it. But it reminds me of that, you know, the kind of food that's frosty and cool and fruity in the summer. So, or ice cream. I don't know why ice cream too, but just, it's yummy. They're yummy colors. So that's how you do that. And then there's one other step. You want to take a tissue and wipe off the surface. And when you do that, what happens is you get some color on your tissue paper that you have removed from the shiny parts of that paper. So I usually give it 2 little wipe-offs like that to get any excess. And that way, when you take and touch the surface, you won't get any ink on your fingers because you now have cleaned off the shiny areas where the ink won't absorb anyway. So let me show you the versions of those cards, the final versions. Here's the one where I took and sponged the whole entire surface. And some of you did get this design instead of the leaf design. So there's my Celebrate Your Day. One more thing I did with this card, though, it's a little unique, is I took a section that I didn't want to waste by having it just stick behind there, and I pieced it onto the inside of the card first. So now I have that little accent on the inside. So there's one version, and then there's the same card, only using the 2 different sayings. So you can go simple, you can go a little more advanced, or again, use your creativity, share with us what you've come up with, and add it to our Facebook group so that we can see what you've done. Thanks for joining in. We have the second make and take coming up.